On for the extra point, Jake Elliott.
Oh, my God, bro.
Left, and that will keep our score right where it is.
I got to give me a kicker, bro.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
On first down, it's Gore. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch. Right.
Now it's Sproles. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Hey, let go. Mike, 49. This one, 7. Screen. Watch the screen. 49.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. The 20. 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Wentz.
Ooh, good play, bro. Man, you almost got me, man.
Get into the red zone, and the safeties have less ground to cover.
Man, good play, boy.
Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a throw here on second down, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Allen's and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. They go play action here on first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen now to throw again. They go with a screen to Gore. He's got the first down here inside the 30.
Oh!
Into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Frank Gore, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Hauschka to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check back. Check back.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure
I heard you say.
the clock will continue to run. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
82, 82. Mike, 58, right there. All day, just like that. Hey, Haywood.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And all the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And a potential turn through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Zach Ertz. As the first half is winding down.
Damn.
And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores,
Damn.
especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Tight end right. 3 down. What's that? Hey, Mike 52. Quarterback, don't get nervous, man. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
Now Allen throwing again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Rebuff. Alert! Check 53 flight. Check 53 flight. Check. Presto. Begin. Go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we come on halftime with 9 points separating these two teams.
Oh, my
As
God.
we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. This run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Empty. Shit. Sunday.
Now Wentz.
Oh, man. Blitz me up out there. Type of shit.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there. First down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Check Mike 21 all day, dog. Hey, check Mike 21.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
Here's Sproles.
Damn.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first.
Oh, the wrong fucking hole.
2, 3rd and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got this down to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I'm coming after you.
They run with Howard. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Bravo! 49 the mark. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, kill. Hey, force, don't kill. Mark 49.
Here's Wentz to throw. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Charlie.
Wentz going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
49, 49, guys. Minus 5-7. Double dog, that's the way. 49 to Mike, 49 to Mike. 5. Mike's 49.
Throwing his Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter to everyone saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
I'm trying to test it.
Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. You just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's our time. It's our time.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out and let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all, because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
They'll run on 1st down. Howard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, it's Howard, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz.
Damn.
And they take him down.
I had him, bro. Fuck.
Lorenzo Alexander. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Damn.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz.
Oh.
He can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. I can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 44, Allen. He completes it to Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
319. 50 seconds to Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got? What we got?
And again, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, watch the leg.
Allen going to go on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
To the air, Allen. And the grab by Croft. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Now Allen again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Throwing now is Allen. Complete to Jones. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
58, the money. 2-2. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. What is this? Watch out. At 58 is the mic. Go 58.
Again, it's Howard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
2-2. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
Wentz now to throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly to sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Now a desperation throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one. On first down, Allen. He's got Gore. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Allen buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball. Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Frank Gore, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bills get a bit closer. Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it? Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest. Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. And the Eagles are going to recover, and that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it. Well, as we knew, even before they put the
the toe to the leather on that one. Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Good one, bro. Good one, bro. I did not want to throw that pick down, bro. Fuck. Good motherfucking one, bro.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Fuck.
Monday to 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'll take the W, though. Fuck it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little skeptical
about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Philadelphia, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo,